now on CBS 2 News at 6 p.m.
And breaking right now, live pictures from sky to a fire tearing through a commercial building in North Hollywood. The flames so intense, at one point, crews had to back off and evacuate.
Our CBS 2's Lori Perez live there on the scene. Lori, I'm told you spoke to a witness.
Yeah, I mean, we just walked up here just moments ago, and the smell is enormous. And this young woman was here, and she was telling us that she's been here since the very beginning for about an hour. You said, just describe what happened there. So let me set the scene for you. So there's a storage facility right across the street. She was here getting a storage unit, and then...
Yeah, I was just coming out of the storage unit, and I heard screams, and then you could see a little bit of smoke. It hadn't really taken off yet, but the screams were terrifying. So I was running around the building trying to find a way to get in. There were some people around here with like really heavy tools to break open the locks and the chains. They threw that open. We could hear the screams from the window. People were trapped inside with the metal bars. And I mean, these awesome people just around here happen to have those tools, got them free. And now I think the entire LA Fire Department has shown up.
Right. I mean, so this is kind of a light industrial area. There are lots of little buildings like this. This is Goldstein Auctions. You can see from the sign here that they have retail movie props. We saw, cars and such, that kind of equipment in there. So a lot of these buildings are people with, like she was saying, like heavy tools. Just describe, I mean, were you frantic as you were watching?
Yeah, I mean, I have it on video because you don't really know what to do in that moment, and I wanted to get their faces too, to put some faces to the sounds, just who's in the building. Yeah, but just making sure people are calling the fire department, we're getting those people out. I don't know what to do, how to get someone out of that building, or if it's safe for me to go in. But the fire department came in like within a minute, so they were on it.
And there's a lot of smoke at this point. What was it like when it first started? Could you see flames? Or?
Yeah, no, it was just a little bit of smoke on the top of the building. You could see a little flame coming out of the building, but you just heard the screams. It was terrifying. And then, yeah, the entire building has taken over.
And you were also here. We understand that part of the roof collapsed at one point when there were actually firefighters already in it. They did have to evacuate, and we understand that no firefighters have been hurt. But describe what was happening at that moment when that happened.
I don't remember. I've seen so much. This really went on for like an entire hour. I didn't feel right leaving, nor can I. I think I'm trapped in here. Yeah. I think it just collapsed, but there's people on top of the fire trucks, on top of the cranes. They really went at it in all different directions. I've never been so proud to see so many people on it. God bless the fire department.
Well, and thank God you were here to also assist in the way that you did. Thank you so much, Lauren. Anyway, so we're on Troost Avenue. This is the 6800 block. As you can see, there are still a mass of firefighters here. They have a lot of work ahead of them. But thankfully, so far, we have not heard yet of any injuries of anyone inside or the firefighters who are working on this situation. Guys, back to you.
Lori, I know you just got on scene and most likely don't know, but do we know whether what kind of auction house that is? What was inside?
I don't think we have.
All right,
no, just as I said, I could just see, I could see some cars, and then on the outside it says movie props, estate, liquidations. It looks like, maybe estate sale kind of stuff, and then some cars. It's kind of hard to see in because there's a lot going on in the front, but it's not a very big building, I would say. But as I was saying in the beginning, it's a very strong chemical smell going on, obviously a smoke smell. So there's a lot in there that I can imagine must have been very combustible because there's a ton of smoke. And these firefighters are really going at it with the water, which means that there's a lot to put out.
All right, thanks a lot, Lori. Also breaking right now, Governor Gavin Newsom testing positive for COVID-19.
The governor is currently isolating and working remotely.
The positive test coming just one day after Newsom met with New Zealand's Prime Minister in San Francisco. The governor's office saying Newsom has mild symptoms and has received a prescription for Paxlovid, the 5-day antiviral regimen that has proven effective against COVID. Newsom received his second booster shot just 10 days ago on May 18th. His office saying Governor Newsom will remain in isolation at least through Thursday, June 2nd, and until he tests negative. As outlined in California's Smarter Plan, which focuses on testing and treatment, the governor will test prior to leaving isolation.
Well, LA's Archbishop is also isolating tonight after testing positive for COVID. Jose Gomez says he only has mild symptoms after recently traveling. He's vaccinated and boosted, and Gomez says he is praying for all those suffering from the virus. He He was scheduled to take part in a Memorial Day Mass at the San Fernando Mission Cemetery Monday, but another celebrant will now take his place. And Billy Crystal just tweeted, "I tested positive today, was taking every precaution possible. Don't think it's not going to happen to you. Stay safe." Hospitalizations are increasing around the state. In LA County, the number of patients in hospitals went up today to 464. In Orange County, it is 138 that are hospitalized right now, and in Riverside County, there are 93 people hospitalized. Well, President Biden and the First Lady will travel to Texas tomorrow to meet with survivors of the school shooting in Uvalde. Amid the tears in that small town, there was also outrage over the mistakes law enforcement made responding to that massacre. CBS 2's Danya Bacchus with more.
The Uvalde School District Police Chief's decision to wait before moving in on the gun